George Soros, often called the man who broke the Bank of England, is a legendary figure in the world of finance and philanthropy. His story is one of immense wealth, high-stakes risks, and global influence. On September 16, 1992, Soros made financial history by earning over $1 billion in a single day by betting against the British pound, which triggered a financial crisis known as Black Wednesday. But how did this extraordinary event unfold, and what does it reveal about Soros' approach to life and business? Let's dive into this tale, a high-stakes gamble. The prelude to Black Wednesday. The economic conditions that led to Black Wednesday began brewing years earlier. Britain, in a bid to stabilize its economy and combat inflation, joined the European exchange rate mechanism in 1990. The goal was to tie the British pound to the stronger German Deutsche Mark, hoping that this association would bring low inflation and economic stability. However, Britain's economy was in a precarious position, suffering from high inflation and interest rates as high as 15%. Despite efforts to maintain the value of the pound, it became clear that the British economy couldn't keep up with Germany's. The pound was significantly overvalued, and Soros saw an opportunity to capitalize on this economic imbalance. The government's attempts to prop up the pound were costly and ineffective, setting the stage for the dramatic financial events that would unfold. The Soros strategy. Betting big against the pound. Soros' move to short the pound wasn't just a gamble. It was an informed decision based on extensive economic research and understanding. Short selling involves borrowing an asset, in this case, the British pound, selling it at the current price, and then buying it back later when the price falls. Soros realized that the British government couldn't maintain the pound's artificially high value for long, and he began shorting it aggressively. He wasn't the only trader to bet against the pound, but he certainly made the largest profit. His quantum fund bet nearly $10 billion against the pound. This decision demonstrated Soros' unparalleled ability to spot market inefficiencies and exploit them. While other investors made millions, Soros walked away with billions, solidifying his reputation as a legendary risk-taker. Black Wednesday, the day Britain buckled. On September 16, 1992, the British pound faced a full-scale assault on the foreign exchange markets. Traders, including Soros, were relentlessly shorting the currency, causing its value to drop precipitously. The Bank of England responded by buying pounds to drive up its value and raising interest rates from 10% to 12%, and later to an unprecedented 15%, in an attempt to attract investors back to the currency. Despite these efforts, the pound continued to plummet. By the end of the day, the pound had lost 9.5% of its value. The Bank of England had lost billions, and Britain was forced to withdraw from the ERM. It was a devastating blow to the British economy, but a massive win for Soros, who emerged with over $1 billion in profit. The aftermath. Soros' billion-dollar profit. In the immediate aftermath of Black Wednesday, Britain faced economic turmoil. The value of the pound had collapsed, and the government had spent £3.3 billion in a futile attempt to defend it. For Soros, however, it was a career-defining moment. His bet against the pound had earned him over $1 billion, and he became known worldwide as the man who broke the Bank of England. The event was not just a personal triumph for Soros, but also a validation of his investment philosophy. His success demonstrated the power of short selling and the potential for individual traders to challenge even the most powerful financial institutions. While Soros' profit was staggering, the consequences for Britain were long-lasting. The country's exit from the ERM was seen as a major economic failure, and it took years for the British economy to recover. Soros' legacy. A maverick investor, Black Wednesday was just one chapter in the storied career of George Soros. His ability to foresee economic trends and act decisively set him apart from other investors. Soros' career as a hedge fund manager began in the 1970s with the founding of the Quantum Fund, which delivered an average annual return of 30% between 1970 and 2000. Over the years, Soros developed a reputation for taking high-risk, high-reward positions, often against the grain of conventional market wisdom. He famously said, "The worse a situation becomes, the less it takes to turn it around, and the bigger the upside." This quote reflects his investment philosophy. that in times of crisis, there is often immense opportunity for those bold enough to seize it. Soros' ability to do so has earned him a place among the most successful and influential investors of all time. The broader impact on Britain. The economic consequences of Black Wednesday reverberated across Britain for years. The collapse of the pound and Britain's exit from the ERM damaged the credibility of Prime Minister John Major's government, contributing to the Conservative Party's defeat in the 1997 general election. While the immediate aftermath was painful, with rising inflation and economic instability, the devaluation of the pound eventually helped the British economy recover. In the years following Black Wednesday, the UK experienced economic growth, partially due to the more flexible exchange rate that replaced the fixed ERM system. However, the political damage was done. The events of Black Wednesday highlighted the dangers of tying national currencies to rigid exchange rate systems without considering the broader economic context. Soros, philanthropist and political activist. Beyond his financial success, George Soros is also known for his extensive philanthropic efforts. Through the Open Society Foundations, Soros has donated more than $32 billion to causes related to democracy, human rights, and social justice. His commitment to creating open societies has made him a prominent figure in global philanthropy, but it has also attracted criticism and conspiracy theories, particularly from right-wing groups that oppose his progressive political stance. Soros' philanthropic work focuses on supporting education, healthcare, and civil liberties worldwide. His influence extends far beyond the financial world, and he has become a powerful advocate for democratic values and transparency in government. From the Bank of England to the Bank of Thailand, Soros' success on Black Wednesday was not an isolated incident. Throughout his career, he has repeatedly made bold bets against national currencies, with similar results. In the late 1990s, during the Asian financial crisis, Soros bet against the Thai baht, earning him the nickname, "the man who broke the Bank of Thailand." His ability to challenge national economies and profit from their weaknesses has made him a controversial figure. While some admire Soros for his financial acumen, others criticize him for destabilizing economies. Nonetheless, his influence on global finance is undeniable, and his actions have shaped the way investors approach currency markets. Soros' philosophy: risk, reward, and instinct. One of the key elements of Soros' investment strategy is his willingness to take on immense risk. Unlike many investors who rely solely on data and models, Soros often trusts his instincts when making financial decisions. He has admitted that his decision to exit a trade is sometimes based more on gut feeling than on market signals. This approach has served him well throughout his career, allowing him to capitalize on opportunities that others might miss. Soros' willingness to embrace risk has been a defining feature of his success. He believes that in times of crisis, bold moves can yield extraordinary rewards, as evidenced by his triumph on Black Wednesday. Soros in 2024, still relevant, still controversial. Even in 2024, Soros remains a controversial figure. His involvement in politics, particularly his support for progressive causes and his opposition to authoritarian regimes, has made him a target of right-wing criticism and conspiracy theories. Despite this, Soros continues to wield significant influence in both the financial and political worlds. His fortune, estimated at $7.2 billion in 2024, allows him to continue funding his philanthropic initiatives through the Open Society Foundations. Soros' legacy is one of both financial genius and political activism, and his impact on the world shows no signs of diminishing. Thanks for watching. If you found this deep dive into the story of George Soros and how he broke the Bank of England interesting, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment below and let us know what you think about Soros' incredible financial move. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.